So guys, I had a wedding and I didn't have time. In case you don't know, yours sincerely also make dresses. So I couldn't make my dress because of time factor. So I decided to outsource it to someone to make for me. And let's see, I have gotten my. So I've won the dress. This is the dress. Well, I'm not understanding what is going on here because the one I sent to her, what I wanted was curvy. It's just round. It's not all of this. And the there's something about the boning. It's poking out like it's a regular bony, but it was not sewn. It just I don't know. Well, I don't have any complaint with the skirt. Or what do you guys think? The skirt is a bit okay. Sorry, I couldn't zip out all the way up because I don't have anyone around. It's an inbuilt corset stroke. A zipper. So I don't have anyone around to help me finish up the corset. So I just wanted to see what it looks like. But guys, I'm not understanding. First of all, it's a bit tacky here. You guys can see it's tacky. The sewing is not. It's not neat. The lady tried, but I feel this work needs to be redone in a better way. She said she didn't iron it. Like, how on earth can you just sew a corset without ironing? Even if you're a magician, it's not gonna come out. It's not just gonna come out. It's not possible for you to make a corset from beginning to end without ironing. Guys, that's one of the things you don't do when you're sewing clothes. In case you're watching this video, please do not even normal shirts, regular outfit. You cannot compare a clothes you made. Why ironing? One of the fundamental things about making dresses is ironing. The moment you make a stitch, you go iron. You iron the hem and make the stitch come out. Because it is that guides you to know what you're actually doing. It guides you to know if you're getting it right or not. She tried her best because I kind of like the cup. It's sitting, it's kind of sit, but not properly. I just feel like the whole not ironing, otherwise this outfit would have come out, much more better. And perhaps she wouldn't have made mistake. But I feel like she made a mistake. The cup is on the sides, it's hanging. It's not positioned that's where it's supposed to be in terms of my measurement, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But I think the neckline is not that bad. It's not that bad compared to what I wanted. However, the sleeve, it just short. It's hanging here. I wanted it to get to my wrist, and it's just like a 3/4 sleeve right now. But this wouldn't have been a problem. I could have done something about this. But now, let me show you what I'm gonna do, to improvise. Because I'm not gonna use this top, obviously. I am not gonna use it, obviously. But I'll later work on it, or maybe redo it. Because first of all, I do not like the down. If not for this down, I would have loosened this end, taking my time to do the right thing. But this down is already spoiling it. So maybe I'll just find a way and play around here. Maybe just so this fabric does not waste. Okay, so just stay tuned. Let me show you what I ended up using for the event. So guys, this is what I ended up using. What I did was that I got my regular top. This is just like a normal top, your day-to-day top, regular top, like a bodycon top. So what I did was that because it's black, the fabric has sequence black material. So what I did was that I got this part. So this was the actual bead I was supposed to use to, to design the top. The top I was supposed to use it to bead around here. But since the mistake has been done, so I needed something to was going to complement the lace down the skirt. So that was why I added this, because I already have black highlight of sequence. So I just added this bead. I added it. Then when I was dressing, what I did was that I didn't want, because I tucked this in. So after tucking in, I needed something to cover I didn't want where the top and the skirt, the conjunction, I didn't want it to be seen. So what I did was that I got some of this fabric because I tied this around my waist. I wanted it to give that wrapper effect, that popular style that people wear at occasion, traditional weddings and all that. I wanted it to have this wrapper effect by the side. So by the time I was doing this, I felt like, oh, okay, I needed something that was going to give me, and this. So I started making a circular. I made like a flower around there. I made like a flower, and I made a flower, and I was securing with my pins. Securing them with my pins. So I made a flower until I got the effect I was looking for. Then I had this other bigger part of pin I used to make sure it's firmly secured to the skirt, just so I don't get embarrassed, because this is just trying to remedy a situation. So I'm done with this. So I feel like this place was too plain. Like, something needs to be happening here to complement what I have down here. So what I did was that I have this other piece. I started making the rose flower effect also, and I made that around. Who can relate to what I'm doing now? So this was what I did, and then I placed it here. I have a remnant. I needed it to be a little bit exaggerated, and I added more to it. So yeah, so just stay tuned. Let's see the after finish. So this is my gilly. So you can see that this is actually complementing my gilly. The rose was actually complementing my gilly. And voila. That was how I achieved the look. So you see, so most of these styles you see on people were actually born out of mistakes. So can you see, zoom the gele very well? Can you see the gele? Can you see how this flower is complementing the roses on the gele? And can you see the highlights as well, the dark highlights complementing this top? And everything came to homogeneity. As a matter of fact, I was highly complimented, and people thought this was the initial style, not knowing that this was born out of mistake. Thank you guys for staying tuned. I love you guys.